Brothers and sisters, it's good to see you. I realize that the last couple of Sundays we had trouble getting the sermons to you online, and so what I wanted to do today is just to greet you. Hello everybody. I had a great vacation. Sean, our tech guy, was also on vacation, and we just want to apologize for not getting those sermons to you. But for those of you who are not able to be in person and hear the messages, I just thought I would offer a highlight today of our messages so that you would be able to keep up with our study of the book of James. And so let's look at one of the verses in the book of James, James 1:27. And this is what the Bible says. True religion, undefiled in the sight of God, is this, that you care for the widow and the orphan in their distress, and you keep yourself unstained by the world. So here's what I think it means to be unstained by the world, is that we get past the ideologies and the worldview of our current and corrupt generation. We don't think in the categories that we are given. We get past the American understanding of things. We get past our Western worldview. We get even past our global mindset, and we have to begin to think of an eternal mindset, an eternal worldview, a worldview that is impacted by heaven. So, we have to reject the kinds of prejudices that we may have been brought up in or that are around us. We have to focus on what really matters to God, and what we have in this verse is something that really matters to God. Our heavenly perspective means that our true religion has to have a positive impact in the life of those who are disadvantaged. Because for God, the most valued part of creation is humanity. And we, as worshipers, as we act and speak as people with a heavenly worldview, must ask the question, what good is our religion to the least of these? What good is our tradition of church in our community? How does it matter to those who have no privilege, to those who have no power, to those who have no position? Later in the same book, James chapter 2, verses 8 and 9, he says this, "You do well if you fulfill the royal law according to the scriptures, love your neighbor as yourself. But if you practice prejudice, you commit a sin and are judged by the law as a transgressor." I know that for us as a small church in the heart of Hilliard, the answer to that question is difficult. It's going to take some strategy. We're going to have to figure out how to be a good neighbor to those who are the most needy, the most vulnerable among us. But at least what we can do today is ask the question, how do I speak? How do I act? How is my faith any good to those without hope? What good is our faith to children in the foster system who are not placed in homes? What good is our faith to the unborn? What good is our faith to felons, to the unemployed? What good is our faith to people of color? What good is our faith to those who in our current society feel as though their life just doesn't matter that much? How can we, as a people with a heavenly perspective, value what God values? Brothers and sisters, I know I'm not calling us to action right now, but I want us to act in this way, that we would pray for wisdom, that we would seek the Lord in the answer to that question. What good is our faith for the least of these, for the disadvantaged and the powerless among us? Be blessed.